The America's Clogging Hall of Fame is proud to give a Legend Award for 2025. This prestigious award is reserved for someone who has significantly contributed to the world of clogging.
This year, after 43 years as an organization, we will give our first ever Legend Award. The 2025 Legend is a third-generation dancer and is the grandson of Elizabeth Campbell, who was a member of the famous Soco Gap dance team, one that performed for the Queen of England and President Franklin Roosevelt. Members of the Soco Gap dancers, including Sam Queen, were very light on their feet, often on the ball of the foot rather than using flat foot drag slides. As a child, our legend began clogging at the age of 5 years old, hanging around his grandmother's coffee shop in Maggie Valley during weekly get-togethers, watching his father Kyle and the Soco Gap dancers and mimicking their style of dance.
Our 2025 legend, Burton Legend Ge, used his buck dance style and introduced a step that was referred to as the fitter back step, catching the attention of judges and audiences everywhere. Burton invented the hybrid clogging buck dance style. He founded the world-famous Magnum Cloggers in his hometown at a young age. With his father building the stomping grounds in 1982, Burton had already won his first world championship. At the age of 16, the stomping grounds became the new home for the world-famous Magnum Cloggers, making the stomping grounds the epicenter for this new style of clogging. The stomping grounds was dubbed the clogging capital of the world. His new style of clogging, namely keeping the weight on the ball of the foot, matched the melody of the music while still finding a way to include the double toe, has subsequently been double timed.
You gotta go, you gotta do what's winning, but nothing says. See, for me, I wouldn't be a trendsetter.
Burton was not only a trendsetter, he created the foundation that paved the way for all contemporary cloggers today. Let's hear more from Burton himself.
I got started in clogging pole when I was about 5 years old, butt dancing. And I used to go to my grandmother's little country store too, and I'd dance at the jukebox. And on Saturday nights, we'd all go to a place up the road and dance. And I used to be on the team, and I danced on that team for about 3 years. It was the Mighty Mountain Dancers. And when I got in high school, I sort of backed away from it for a couple of years, and then I got started into it real big, and I started practicing. I started learning what I was doing. I never knew what I was doing before. I'd get in front of the mirror and I'd figure out every step and different ways to do it. And I tried to figure out what I was doing so I could teach other people. Butt dancing to me is, they don't name their steps, they don't wear taps, they're more freedom oriented. They do what they feel, but they do dance exactly with the music. When the music changes, they either move around or they float around, and I would say a butt dancer would be on the toes most of the time. A butt dancer keeps his hands, he dances from like his waist down, and his feet does a lot of things, and you get a lot of different sounds, a lot of trickery, a lot of show, a whole lot of show in a butt dancer. But a butt dancer, I feel like they feel what they're doing more. To be a butt dancer, I feel like you have to feel it.
Burton combined buck with the clogging basic to create the buck basic, also known as the Burton basic. Still a primary basic used by cloggers today, preserving only one element of the original clogging basic, the double toe.
If you keep from the waist up, if you keep your body real smooth and your feet move fast, it really makes you look faster, Roy.
Well, do you think it maybe if I balanced this on my head that I could keep it from spilling? You better, because it's ice cold.
Burton himself will tell you he is not just a clogger, but a percussive dancer. Competition brought about the acceptance of this new style and gave dancers more latitude to show off creative footwork.
We have some young ladies and gentlemen from Mackey Valley, North Carolina that I know you will enjoy tonight. They are wonderfully talented and they know how to dance. Very well. Would you please welcome the Magnum Flyers?
Burton went on to win thousands of awards, including 3 world titles, the Hee Haw Championships, and was inducted into the America's Clogging Hall of Fame in 2003. Burton was always willing to teach young dancers as he taught and performed all over the world, including on the Norwegian cruise line for over 25 years. The Magnum Cloggers had a style that was perfected in technique with the most progressive footwork at the time, and members of his world-famous Magnum Cloggers went on to teach this style to many in the clogging world.
We're ready. This is Burton Edwards. And Burton, you're some kind of champion, aren't you? 3-time world champion.
Yes, sir. And the team won the world championship, and Bobby Rivers has been over the show before. He won a championship twice, and I won a championship one time, and we just filmed it yesterday.
Please make welcome to the stage, the OG, the man, the myth, the legend, Burton Edwards.
This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. You can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the king, Kong laying on your chest. You can beat the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, we also have original members of the Magnum Cloggers here today that's given Burton this award. And afterwards, there's one more thing, special thing we have for you guys. Burton wants to say something.
First of all, there's one legend, Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for these guys, there's probably 1,000 Magnum Cloggers. And if you ever drove a bus like Terry Class, if you ever talked like Bill Nichols and Simone and Sherry and Bobby Rivers and Sonia, you're a legend. Every teacher here that's keeping this art alive, it's cool. Sorry. But anyhow, I never had a teacher. When I was a little boy, I would go watch people dance, and God gave me the gift to memorize. And so I was able to pass it on. But I love what you're doing, guys. All your teachers, all your dancers, keep it up. Keep this art alive. It's the best, the best friend I ever had. Let's dance for it. Wow, thank you. Seriously, guys, I'm trying to get so lonesome. There's a time in my life that, I've done it so long that I would hit down times. And all of a sudden, something Shepherd would show up, and she wouldn't quit. She'd come every weekend, and I taught her, and she became a wonderful dancer. And then Bobby shows up, and Tommy shows up, and Nolly, and my big brother here, and then Cameron Chapel. I had actually quit dancing, and I went to judge a competition, and out comes this little kid. It was me 20 years ago. And so, never stop dancing, because you can change somebody's life with it. And please, keep it growing. It's got to evolve, but please don't ever forget your basics. And I love all y'all. We can still jump as high, we just can't stay up as long. What am I getting at? Wayne, no? Kept thinking of Wayne and Steve. We good? God bless y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Magnum Cloggers and Burton Edwards. Also, I have one more thing here. This is something Burton had let us use. You know that Stomping Grounds was the home of the ACHF, and it's still the home, always will be the home of ACHF. And this trophy, the right way. This trophy this year is a trophy that we're giving out as the ACHF highest scoring team. This is an original trophy that the Magnum Cloggers won in 1985. On the back of it, it says dedicated by Burton Edwards and the Magnum Cloggers. So overall highest scoring trophy is the Magnum Trophy. And I do have the original placard that came off of this trophy. It says Classic Productions 1985, Global Championships, Grand Champion Precision Team. And I'd like to get this back to you guys. And we do have more of these, by the way, that the Magnum and Burton has dedicated, that we will be giving out each year moving forwards, and a trophy that has sat in the